everyone, my name is Kate Obiidykhata and I'm the Solutions Marketing Manager at Percona. And today I'm going to talk with you about cloud-native databases. And just a couple words about me. So I'm focusing on cloud-native solutions and market trends, discussing cloud transformation with our users and customers. And I've been 8 years in open source. And at this point, I have a couple of questions for you. So, is anybody using Kubernetes for development here? Okay, cool. And is anyone using databases on Kubernetes? Wow, great. That means we're going to be on the same page. Because today we're going to talk about why databases on Kubernetes and when to use them. I'm going to talk about specific use cases and the best provisioning options we suggest. And I would like to start with the high-level overview and discuss why we even talk about cloud-native databases and what are the factors that drive such kind of innovation. There are different factors and business needs that drive smarter storage strategy, like the impact of change. Obviously, you have to consider the market trends, mind the technology changes, and be as flexible as possible. There is pressure on resources, which is always the case for growing companies, and information silos. How to manage data across regions, across departments with different accesses. How do you actually manage those? And there are business needs like how to build your storage efficiently, how to protect your data, and all your business needs influencing your strategy and planning, obviously. And each company plans for a cost reduction, how to manage risk and improve services. So if you think about this smarter storage strategy in one hand, and then think about 71% of companies who are using Kubernetes for databases. So what are those companies finding there for their storage strategy? And it's, of course, very real comparison, but if you think about all those factors and business needs that you have to consider during your storage strategy planning, you'll see the undeniable benefits of running databases on Kubernetes with good automation, such as flexibility, data portability, and self-provisioning. That allows achieving those business needs faster and at less cost. And of course, you can say that, well, we can use the hyperscalers and any public device will give us the same level of automation without any hassle. But it comes with the trade-offs and not always align with the strategy. So you have all those features that locks you in, and obviously one of the biggest challenges is cost. If you look at the convenience fee that organizations are ready to pay for the managed solution, you have all the automation benefits ready for them, but the challenge is that with that, you will pay for the automation based on how much you spend on resources, right? So if you have a bigger cluster, your automation fee will also increase. And if you take a look at these two examples for databases on Kubernetes alternative, with 3 different providers for 2 options, small instance and bigger example, you will see that while it makes some sense for the small instances, the difference for bigger instance is huge. So accept all of the cost optimization. What's some other benefit that cloud-native databases brings to the business? First of all, they can make development easier. If you run it in a semi-automated way or manual way to provision database, you see that the whole process slows down your time to market, making this process not strategical but tactical. Your QA or developers have to manage open tickets, requests to get the database for testing, for development. And with databases on Kubernetes, you can treat your databases the same way as an application and enable self-provisioning. Streamline the process significantly. integrate database provisioning with your, let's say, CI/CD pipelines, for example. And another use case is multi-cloud or hybrid cloud for data compliance and cross-regional needs. So in this case, cloud-native databases leverage their Kubernetes portability benefits and allowing you to replicate data across environments, across different regions, depends on the needs. And if you are somewhere in US or in Central Europe, it is easy for you to choose any cloud location with Amazon or Google Cloud. But once you have some applications or restrictions that makes you to store your data within a specific country, or you'll have to provide specific access in different environments and location, your database setup gets complicated. Another thing is elastic scalability needs. So the vertical scaling from Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud allows you to adjust your database's power by changing its CPUs and memory. While it's beneficial if you know the exact increase in resources needed and it remains within the service limits. However, the servers do not automatically adjust the settings. Databases on Kubernetes, on the other hand, offer significant advantage, especially for businesses facing unpredictable workloads or needing fast deployment across various environments or requiring high availability and resilience. And the last but not least case is when you're moving from monolithic to microservices. Databases on Kubernetes are better for moving from monolithic to microservices because they support scalable, flexible, and easily managed environment. But what blockers we can see, or what disadvantages? Like Kubernetes is not for stateful app, or port goes up and down, or it is too complicated. If to talk about first two, well, they both refer to past, like during early days where we're relying almost exclusively on the primitives available in Kubernetes. That means that we had to choose between deployments and stateful sets to run the workloads. That was a mistake. To be more precise, it was a mistake to think that the workloads could be managed either by those two primitives, especially stateful applications. You see, Kubernetes is an extensible platform, and what comes packaged in the core Kubernetes is more of reference to of implementation than a complete solution that gonna meet your needs. But the third blocker is actually still valid. It can be complicated. While you can deal with the first day operations, what about the second day operations? How are you gonna maintain and how are you gonna automate all of that? So our customers using our operators, Percona operators, and it is a great way to automate all your database management needs. Though some users don't have knowledge about how to set it up, and that's why we come up with automated solution that simplifies even more. And it is basically the first open source platform designed for automated database provisioning and management, supporting multiple databases. So think of this like your private in-house DBAS that works on top of your infrastructure. Percona Everest using Kubernetes operators and CLI with friendly UI to automatically cover day 1 and day 2 operations for your databases under one centralized management. Your databases will come pre-configured with optimal parameters, or you can set a tailored resources per node if needed. Specifically can do for you. So first of all, it supports multiple database technology, MySQL, MongoDB, Postgres, and more coming soon. On the roadmap, it is the ClickHouse and Welkin. Then it could be deployed in different environments, cloud, on-premise, all popular cloud providers, and soon it's going to be OpenShift as well on-premise. It also supports private deployments and customizable database setup. So basically we'll have a full control over both the application and the data plane in your cloud account, which kind of ensures you greater security, customization, and regulatory compliance compared to relying on a vendor to make the control and data plans. Percona Everest leverages the Kubernetes capabilities in auto-scaling using both horizontal and vertical variant to keep the database available in efficient resources-wise. And it also contains the advanced disaster recovery features like scheduled backups, on-demand backups, point-in-time recovery, physical backups coming soon. And you also can integrate Percona Everest with Percona monitoring and management. It's quite easy, it's a native integration, and you'll have everything in one place. And now I would like actually to show you the quick installation process and how the tool works. So installation available in the clouds and on-prem, and you basically need just one command for installation. You're specifying the namespace of your future databases, selecting database technologies you want to manage. Let's install all at once: MySQL, Mongo, and Postgres. And usual installation takes a couple minutes, and in the end you will see your unique token with which you can log in to the web interface and start creating your first database. It will be either MySQL, Mongo, or Postgres. Let's proceed with Postgres. You are selecting the namespace, technology, specifying the database name, database version, and storage class. And let's move to resource allocation. You can go either with pre-configured or allocate a specific amount of resources. Let's proceed with the custom, specifying available CPU, memory, and disk space per node. And now we can move forward to the backup settings, creating a backup name, choosing a backup storage that could be connected in the settings, specifying the backup schedule, and we can proceed to recovery setting. The external access is also available as custom database engine parameters. You also can enable monitoring that could be connected by settings. So you're just specifying the monitoring endpoint URL, and that's it. You can create your database in just a couple of minutes. It's up and running. So if to sum up all the benefits of Percona Everest for your database infrastructure, for your business, the first one, it is a standardization, codified way, bringing database best practices across all your environments. So you're running everything in one way, either in the clouds and on-prem. And
It is ready to integrate with your platform, no migration needed. It is obviously free from vendor lock-in. It is enabling self-service for everyone. It is customizable so you can tailor it to your internal policies and needs and infrastructure. And it is goes with the support from Percona and the community. You can choose either you need support with just software, either with your database tuning, any cost reduction project, any migration. We're here for you to support you. And thank you. Join our Kubernetes squad to learn more about Percona Everest and other cloud native products and services from Percona.